Hello, I'm Dean Al, and welcome to the 2020 Savitt Awards. For more than 30 years, this event has been held as a dinner on campus, most recently at the Joe. This year, of course, things are different. I'm at home in Northwest Reno. We're on a Facebook watch party, and you're on your own for dinner. Feel free to eat in front of your laptop while we of the Reynolds School faculty and staff honor student success, thank our generous donors, and celebrate the class of 2020. We hope that you will add your voices to the live conversation on social media tonight. Help us celebrate by commenting on this Facebook post or tweet back at us as we live tweet. And be sure to tag us at RSJ Nevada. This event was established decades ago by Ella and Saul Savitt. The Savitts owned a successful company that distributed newspapers and magazines around northern Nevada and Lake Tahoe. Ella lived to be 100 and always came to the Savitt Awards banquet. The Savitt Awards are also supported through generous additional funding from the Reverend Jackie Leonard, a wonderful friend of our school. And Jackie, if you're watching, thank you, as always. In addition to giving out student honors, the Savitt Awards event acknowledges our scholarship recipients and the donors who make those scholarships possible. This year, we awarded $160,251 in scholarships to 66 students. And at the end of this virtual event, we'll post a link to all the scholarship recipients and donors, as well as all the award winners. With this year's scholarships, we have now awarded more than $2 million in scholarships from the Reynolds School during the past 15 years. And that is a remarkable amount for a program our size and is a great tribute to the generosity of our alumni and supporters. To the students who received scholarships this year, we hope that someday you are in a position to help the next generation of Reynolds School students and would consider making a gift to establish a scholarship in your name. In addition to celebrating scholarships, the Savitt Awards event recognizes student achievement in various curricular areas. The award recipients are selected by the faculty to represent accomplishment, commitment, and potential. Each award comes with a certificate and some cash. So let's get going. We begin with the James Fasoulis Award for the Outstanding Advertising Student. James Fasoulis was an alumnus of our program and a renowned advertising executive for the DDB Needham firm in Chicago. The award in his name was established by his family and friends upon his death, and this year's recipient is Elizabeth Pearson. Here's how the faculty described Elizabeth in the award nomination. Relatively few professionals develop the craft of effectively and creatively using multiple media to share information and tell captivating stories. Elizabeth Pearson is one of those people. She can write, report, design, direct, and so much more. She's a creative Swiss Army knife that any team, agency, or organization would benefit to have. Congratulations, Elizabeth. Next is the Doris Sinofsky Outstanding Student in Electronic Media Award. This award was established by Doris Sinofsky, a 1949 Nevada journalism graduate. Now in her 90s, she remains active as a media producer in New Jersey and is currently writing plays. This year's recipient of the Sinofsky Outstanding Student in Electronic Media goes to Andrew Mendez. Andrew works as a reporter for KUNR, the university's public radio station, covering a range of stories in both English and Spanish. He was recognized as among the nation's top student radio journalists in the Hearst Awards competition this year. And while he's being honored today for his broadcast work, Andrew is also active on the Sagebrush, where he pioneered the Spanish language coverage. Congratulations, Andrew. We have a new award this year, also established by Doris Sinofsky. Because she's been an award-winning documentarian, we now have an award, the Doris Sinofsky Outstanding Student in Documentary Film. And did I mention we have some guest stars joining us tonight? Here to present the documentary award is the Reynolds School's own award-winning filmmaker, Professor Carrie Barber.
Without risk, there'd be no great documentary films. Sometimes the risk is personal safety, sometimes it's financial, sometimes it's an artistic risk, and sometimes it's trust. Trusting the right people on the ground and trusting your teammates to tell the story. This year is the first year for the Doris Sinofsky Outstanding Documentary Award, and the winner of this award traveled to another country and showed extreme respect and trust in his teammates and his classmates. The award goes to Matthew King.
Congratulations, Matt. And now another guest presenter for the Outstanding New Media Student.
Crisscross! Crisscross!
Hi, my name is Masego Columban, presenting the New Media Award. New media, who knows what that is? But I know Nico's too old for that.
When I popped off, then you go gave me just a little bit of la da da da.
He doesn't even know how to make a TikTok video.
Damn, like I should.
She's the winner of our 2020 New Media Award for bringing TikTok to the Reynolds sandbox, Emily Rodriguez.
Bravo. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows it, bravo, a champion, 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 champion.
Congratulations, Emily. Next is the Kisti Janulis Outstanding News Student Award. Kisti Janulis was a distinguished foreign correspondent during World War II, and then he came to Reno in 1946, right after the war, to teach in what was then the Department of Journalism. This year's recipient of the Outstanding News Student Award is Olivia Ali. Olivia's commitment to the news is clear. She's editor-in-chief of the Sagebrush, worked last summer for the Reno Gazette-Journal, was selected for our Next Generation Radio Nevada training program with NPR, and she was chosen for the highly competitive Dow Jones News Fund digital media internship this summer. Congratulations, Olivia. And now, to announce the award for the Outstanding Public Relations Student is someone who knows a bit about PR, Professor Allison Golden.
Today I'm honored to give the Public Relations Outstanding Student of the Year Award. This student has done a remarkable job throughout her career. She started as a dreamer, you know, not someone who just dreams, but someone who had to overcome challenges for her family and her immigration status. She's worked incredibly hard. She loves food, she loves culinary work, and decided that, well, maybe I'll try this thing called writing. So she started to write, and she's been an incredible writer. But she's not just a writer, she's incredibly strategic as well, a great strategic thinker. She's really hard on herself because she had a writing class that I took, and she was really frustrated when the professional who was reviewing work didn't give her any feedback. I said, that's because the feedback that you have, you didn't need it because what you wrote was superb. She's a superb writer, and she has shown her skill in leadership because she led the Bateman team, the Battleborn Bateman team this year, to an honorable mention in the competition, doing the census work for their campaign 10 for 10. While she was out campaigning for this competition, she was at the Democratic caucus and happened to be in a community where they were mostly Spanish speakers, and was frustrated with the party because many of the people there didn't speak English, but they were there to participate in the process. So on her own, she and her classmate, who also spoke Spanish, started translating for the people who were there. This is remarkable, and she is remarkable, and I'm honored to give this award to Melanie Sanchez Hernandez.
Congratulations, Melanie. And now to the AAF Reno Outstanding Strategic Communications Student. AAF Reno is the American Advertising Federation's Reno chapter, which provides strong support and encouragement for our students. This year's Outstanding Stratcom student is Lauren Harrison. Lauren was recently recognized by the National Student Advertising Competition as the region's top presenter. As a leader in the PR and ad campaigns class in fall semester, she led a team that developed the Stuck in the Middle campaign for Travel Nevada. Faculty say Lauren mixes smarts with a unique ability to lead by consent and not demand. Congratulations, Lauren. Next is the Marilyn Newton Award for Outstanding Visual Communications Student. This award is named for the legendary Reno Gazette-Journal photojournalist who last year was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award from the National Press Photographers Association. This year's Outstanding Visual Communications student is Kelly Sasso. Kelly has worked professionally as a photographer and videographer while in college. She was the photo editor for Insight magazine for 2 years, was an active member of our school's National Press Photographers Association chapter, and she participated in the prestigious Momento workshop for travel photography last year. Congratulations, Kelly. Now the award for the Reynolds Outstanding Business Journalism student. And this year's recipient is Taylor Avery. As an intern at the Nevada Independent, Taylor ably covered the state legislature's deliberations on such business and economic issues as the minimum wage, property taxes, student loans, and school budgets. This summer, she'll report for the business section of the Los Angeles Times. She's also a reporter and editor at the Sagebrush, covering student government. Congratulations, Taylor. Each year, the graduate faculty select a student in our master's program as Outstanding Graduate Student. And this year's recipient is Scott King. Faculty chose to honor Scott for several reasons. Of course, there's his intellect and the quality of his academic work. But on top of that, Scott showed a spirit of collaboration and commitment to the good of our graduate program. He was always quick to volunteer and help with recruitment, with media or other outreach, even when a couple of times it meant getting up before the break of dawn to represent the RSJ. Congratulations, Scott. Next is the Robert Laxalt Distinguished Writer Award. Robert Laxalt, a member of a renowned Nevada family, is perhaps the most accomplished writer in Nevada history. He also taught writing in our school for many years. The Laxalt Distinguished Writer Program, in his name, brings leading writers to campus every fall. The Robert Laxalt Distinguished Writer Award is presented to a student whose written work demonstrates consistently high quality. This year's recipient of the Laxalt Award is Lucia Starbuck. Lucia has broken important stories for our town, Reno, and for KUNR Public Radio. She placed nationally in the Hearst Awards last year, and she was just hired as a Report for America journalist placed at KUNR to report on the coronavirus impact in our region. Congratulations, Lucia. Now to the LaRude First Amendment Award. Warren LaRude, an alumnus of our program, served as editor and publisher of newspapers in Reno and earned a Pulitzer Prize for opinion writing. He later taught in our school for many years. Warren and his wife Janet created this award to honor a student whose work demonstrates commitment to First Amendment values. To present the LaRude Award, here's our own faculty First Amendment advocate and expert, Professor Patrick File.
Good evening. I'm Patrick File, Assistant Professor of Media Law, and it's my privilege to announce the 2020 winner of the LaRude First Amendment Endowment Award, which we award every year thanks to a generous gift from Professor Emeritus Warren LaRude and his wife, Janet. The award goes to a junior or senior who the faculty feels best represents the spirit and intellect of the First Amendment. Faculty presenting these awards often gather quotes from students or faculty as a way of introducing the award winners. Although I don't have any quotes from Reynolds School students or faculty about this year's First Amendment Award winner, I'm happy to say that I do have a few words from University of Nevada President Mark Johnson about her. In a message distributed to the entire university last September, the president said he was proud of Taylor Johnson because the reporting for the Nevada Sagebrush campus newspaper on the persistence of white supremacy on campus and groups like the American Identity Movement was, quote, an act of bravery and a demonstration of how to civically engage in a way that will continue to bring about change. President Johnson encouraged us to, quote, follow Taylor's lead and to call out and confront acts of ignorance and blatant hate and respond with civility, respectful active discourse, and peaceful protest. He said, it is our duty to use the most influential tool at our disposal, education, to challenge hate and address incidents of bias. For what it's worth, I've kept a close eye on student media across the country for a long time, and while student journalists often consider a campus-wide email from the university president as a badge of honor, it's much more often sent in anger or damage control than in praise. Taylor, if I were you, I'd be finding a way to mention that email in your job applications and interviews. Of course, President Johnson is right. Without journalists like Taylor fearlessly facing the backlash that can result from uncovering uncomfortable truths, we wouldn't have the information that empowers us to, as President Johnson put it, stand guard against the hateful rhetoric and propaganda that would lead us to believe that our community is fractured. So for her fearlessness in serving the spirit of the First Amendment, I'm proud to announce Taylor Johnson as this year's LaRude First Amendment Endowment Award winner. Congratulations, Taylor.
Congratulations, Taylor. Next is the Steve Martirano Best Published Article Award. Steve Martirano is a graduate of our program and received the Distinguished Reynolds School Alumnus Award at Homecoming 5 years ago. He created this award to recognize student work that is of professional quality and has been published either in print or online. This year's Martirano Award goes to Winnie Filament for her story, Students of Color Say They Feel Increasingly Unwelcome at UNR. It was published last fall on Medium through the Reynolds Sandbox. Winnie has reported for Reynolds Sandbox, for Reno News and Review, and for other outlets, covering important topics like race and diversity on campus. She'll report this summer for USA Today's Los Angeles Bureau as our 2020 Scripps intern. Congratulations, Winnie. That's it for the individual student awards. Now we recognize this year's initiates to Kappa Tau Alpha, the National Honor Society for Journalism and Mass Communication. Let's call back to our virtual stage the advisor for the Reynolds School's KTA chapter, Professor File.
Kappa Tau Alpha is the National Honor Society for Journalism and Mass Communication. Kappa Tau Alpha is Greek for the truth shall prevail, and the letters KTA stand for knowledge, truth, and accuracy. Our chapter is among the oldest in the nation, dating back to 1956, so our initiates join a long and distinguished group of Nevada alums. The inductees I'm about to name are in the top 10% of Reynolds School juniors or seniors and have a GPA of 3.75 or above. Kappa Tau Alpha requires that members pledge to dedicate themselves to the highest ideals of journalism and mass communication in whatever medium they may work, to liberty of communication, to honesty in news, commentary, and advertising, to fairness to all persons and all groups, to skill and artistry in presentation, to accuracy, and to truth. Inductees will receive a cord and pin to wear with their cap and gown, as well as a certificate of membership. The 2020 inductees are Erin Jean Arau, Molly Carnell, Allison Casey, Faith Evans, Jesse Stone, and Bianca Wright. Congratulations, scholars.
And congratulations to the 2020 KTA class. As a fellow KTA member from my student days, I salute you. Okay, there's one more award, but not for a student. The Nevada Semenza Christian Teaching Award is presented each year to a Reynolds School faculty member to recognize outstanding teaching. The nominations come from students. This award was established by the family of Nevada Semenza Christian, who graduated in the very first class of journalism students from the University of Nevada in 1924. It's highly competitive to receive this award because of the high quality of teaching on this faculty. And this year, 11 different faculty members were nominated. Here are some of the comments from students about this year's awardee, and I'm going to remove the pronouns to prolong the suspense. Professor X is one of the most committed professors I have ever had at UNR. X is an amazing teacher, an expert in the field, a fair grader, and dedicated fully to students. X really cares for students' academic success, their mental health, and their personal well-being in a way I have never seen before. And X wants nothing but success for students. Who were they talking about? Well, the recipient of the 2020 Nevada Semenza Christian Teaching Award is Paramita Payne. Paro, come on up.
Thank you so much, friends and family at RSJ. This award is a huge high point in my career. Of course, the entire credit for this goes to my friends and family at the Reynolds School of Journalism and my wonderful students who sign up for my classes and continue to tolerate me year after year. Here's to many more years of teaching and learning. Thank you.
Congratulations, Paro. And that brings us to the end of this virtual Savitt Awards banquet. Admittedly, it wasn't much of a banquet this year, but I hope it still conveyed for everyone our pride in our students and our gratitude for our donors. To all the students recognized tonight, we thank you for your commitment to academic and professional success. And to the graduating class of spring 2020, I know this isn't the way you imagined concluding your Reynolds School and Nevada experience, nor is this the way that we on the faculty and staff wanted to send you off. But you should know, graduates, that we will never forget this time, and your class will always have a special place in the history of the Reynolds School. When we can next celebrate a face-to-face commencement, we will invite you back and we can honor you in person. Until then, be well, stay safe, keep in touch, and know that you will always be part of the Reynolds School family. Good evening.